Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Real quick discussion vlog. Something that I've been wanting to do for a while. And it's about vehicle branding. What are your thoughts? Well, my day job, or sometimes night job, I'm a locksmith, a mobile locksmith. And that behind me is my locksmith van. And it's all branded up, as you can see. And the reason for that is I think I look a lot more professional when I go to a job. And also it gets me extra work. I might be parked up in a particular car park or something like that. And you know, there's many times that people come up to me and say, have you got a business card? I need this doing, I need that doing, all the rest of it. That's one side of the fence. Now the other side, this behind me, is my Renault Trafic. And that is the vehicle that I use for my gigs. It's my family vehicle as well. It's also an 8-seater, but I don't brand that up. Now, could I use the same school of thought? Brand it up. I know one or two DJs that do. Brand it up, and do you get work for it? Or are you a target? Are you a target for people that A, think that you've got kit in the van, so they're going to attack the van for that reason? B, there's always that person that we've upset during the gig. You've not played the song when he wanted it, or he's been thrown out of the venue because he was just being an arsehole. Now, he gets thrown out of the venue and he comes across your vehicle with your branding. Is it a target? What are your thoughts on it? Do you brand your vehicle? There's a school of thought to say that you should. Do you get more work from it? I certainly do. With this one, certainly do, but I don't want it to be a target. This I don't actually park anywhere unless I'm at the job or I'm in the secure underground parking at my apartment. Let me know what you think. Something to think about, eh? And carrying on with the branding theme, do you brand your setup when you go to a gig? Now, personally, I do. When I'm doing pub gigs, birthday parties perhaps, I'll have some kind of branding either on the facade, or sometimes I use a simple sort of wrap around. It's actually a sort of flag material with my logo on it. Certainly for pub gigs I do that. Very easy to set up. You know, it hides all your wires and all your rubbish behind that, especially on my small setups. I think you've seen it in previous videos. But I always do some kind of branding to try and, you know, the Mr. Music Marbella. So people, when they think of DJs, maybe sticks in the head. Depending on the event though, if it's a wedding for instance, then no. My setups are normally much bigger. I have a bigger facade. I do like a facade. I'm toying with the getting the ADJ event table or the Equinox equivalent. I see that's more and more popular with the mobile guys. I want to speak to one or two. I know JP has one, the real life DJ, and I'm meaning to speak to him about it. Does he like it? I'm kind of on the fence. Sometimes I do like the facades. I have a couple of different facades. I have a Vonix one. I've got the new one from Nova Pro, which is a great one. Sets up in seconds and very light. I do like to backlight them. You know, I've got an EDJ event bar and all the rest of it. So I like the facades, but they're not stable. They're not as stable. And sometimes when you're in bars, you know, people come over, lean on the facade, and it's over. So, but anyway, talking about branding weddings, I don't tend to do that. It's more the bride and groom's day. So it's all about that. I may have something on the front saying congratulations, whoever it is, for their wedding day. Sometimes I do that, but in general it's either a fully white setup. But I always brand myself. This is typically just a tailored shirt, typically the thing that I use. It'll generally always have my logo, which is that one, Mr. Music Marbella, my DJ name, which is DJ Mark James. My name's Mark Ridgway. That's where the MR bit comes in, Mr. Music. That's where the MR bit comes in, Mr. Locksmith. My initial's Mark Ridgway. My middle name's James. That's my DJ name, Mark James. But do you brand yourself? Do you think it's tacky? Some DJs I've heard say, no, it's a little bit tacky. I have business cards. I like some kind of branding. It does tend to set you apart from everybody else. If you're just dressed like everybody else, then sometimes it sets you apart. If you get branded, you brand yourself. Certainly when you're at weddings, you can walk up to each individual table, introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Mark from Mr Music Marbella. Straight away they can see who you are. You may be doing some party games, you may be saying, right, I'm going to do some particular speeches, I'm going to do some particular entrances. Make sure you get up and respond likewise. But you're not some random geezer that walked up to them and just started talking to them at their table. Sometimes a little bit easier when you've got some kind of branding. But let me know what you think. It's interesting, certainly about vehicle branding. I don't brand my DJ business vehicle. I think it's a target, and with the amount of work you're likely to get off it, it's kind of negligible. Some would say that you're riding around in a big advertising hoarding, so use it, and it's there all the time. Great idea. Certainly that works for my locksmith business. I do get a lot of work from it, but it's not generally a target. You're not normally upsetting people that you had thrown out the venue because they've spilt some beer all over. They've been aggressive towards you. But let me know what you think in the comments below. It's an interesting subject, and there's always 2 or 3 schools of thought. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. Please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. It's free. You never know. I'm always trying to put on decent content, tips, tricks. I will be doing 1 or 2 tutorial videos as well. I've been a mobile DJ for coming up 30 years, so I've gone right from vinyl right through to the latest controllers. So if there's any sort of video that you'd like me to make, drop some details in the comments below. And welcome to Mr Music Marbella, and this channel is the Costa del DJ.